So the Galaxy Note was laid to rest just yesterday during the Galaxy Unpacked, and at the same time a new device was announced, a reincarnation of the Galaxy Note that was laid to rest. I am just baffled by the design of the S22 Ultra. I mean, whoever imagined that there's going to be a time where a Galaxy Note and an Galaxy S device is going to be merged into one B and just come. I mean, nobody ever knew that. You know, having the features of the S and the Note series all into one thing, which we call the S22 Ultra. But then, really interesting thing we have here with the S22 Ultra, a 6.8-inch Super AMOLED dynamic AMOLED display that toggles from 1 Hz to 120. Last year we had it from 10 to 120. This time around it goes further down to 1 Hz when you don't need it. I mean, some people think you go 1 Hz because you need 1 Hz. No, it goes down to 1 Hz because you don't need 120 Hz. That's why it goes. That's how it works. It doesn't go to 1 Hz because you need 1. Nobody needs 1. It just goes to 1 Hz or a lower refresh rate or a lower rate because you don't need a higher rate at that moment. When you do, it will go up. When you don't, it comes back down. That is how it works. On that same display, we have an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. The front and back of this device is protected with the Gorilla Glass Victus Plus protection on the, yes, the back is actually glass. You're never really gonna know it's glass, but then it is. There's this curved design to the phone that makes it look like something that has been before, but then it is not, because this is much bigger and badder and better. Oh my god. One other interesting feature about this device, other than the big curved display, is the fact that the S Pen can go into the phone. And you start to wonder, now not only the S Pen goes into the phone, has the battery reduced, the battery size? Because I mean, there's now, along the length of the device, there's a gap in there for the S Pen. So as the device reduced in, as the battery reduced in size, we have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Yeah, the display just went off. We have a still have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery on the S22 Ultra, coupled with a 45 watt fast charge. 45 watt fast charge, it's nothing close to what other people are doing, 160, 120, but I mean, it's still an improvement. I mean, it's good to see Samsung finally catching up to the current trend of bigger batteries coupled with faster charging. Yes, I'm just gonna keep saying this about the display. Samsung is the biggest, it is the biggest manufacturer of smartphone displays on the planet. They give it out to other big smartphone manufacturers on the planet. So imagine how their devices are going to be. I mean, the device is so smooth, coupled with, you know, the software One UI 4.1, which would come to 112, and then the amount of memory you have on the phone, 12 gigs of RAM, and all that just makes the display so smooth. It toggling from 1 Hz down to 1 Hz up all the way to 120. Yo, that's a very good, fluid, smooth experience you're having on the display. Moving to the back of the phone, as I mentioned earlier, it's Gorilla Glass protected. It's glass, yes, you would actually know, but it's glass. Samsung actually says it's 12.5% much stronger than last year's, so you're getting more durability at the back of the device. So at the back of the phone, unlike the S21 Ultra, we do not have a camera bump at the back of the phone, so you have like a unique design. Still great cameras at the back of the phone, just like last year. We have a 108 megapixel main camera, a 10 megapixel telephoto of 3x optical zoom, another 10 megapixel telephoto of 10 times optical zoom, and then a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. At the front, we have a 40 megapixel selfie camera, shoots 4K, just like last year's S21 Ultra. About the S Pen, I mean, yes, S Pen, nothing really much to talk about the S Pen in an first impressions video, but then basically it's impressive to see that there is a slot for the S Pen in the length, through the length of the phone, and it still maintains the 5,000 milliamp hour battery. That's big ups to Samsung. This time around, the base version starts at 8 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of memory. Last year, we had the base version of the S21 Ultra starting out at 12 gigs of RAM. That is what I found to be kind of about the S22 Ultra. Spending $1,200 for 8 gigs of RAM, although there is a virtual RAM option or possibility of you adding 4 gigs of RAM from your storage, but that's just virtual RAM. It's kind of software doing its thing. It's not going to be as strong and efficient as the physical RAM you have in your phone, although it's kind of like a top-up, so it's better than nothing. Samsung is working with third-party apps like Snapchat. The multitasking has become more fluid, smoother, and hey, gaming is also expected. If you have the Exynos version, is expected to be much more faster and smoother. And in addition to this memory, I mean, One UI 4.1 coupled with Android 12, that gives it that smooth experience like I was talking about earlier. And then there is the chipset is a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip, like you all know by this time. And or I mean, you're either getting that if you're in the United States, China, or India, or if you're not in these three regions, and the rest of the world gets the Exynos 2200 version. Yeah, the one that is coupled, that has a AMD graphics card embedded in it. So it's kind of like, I'm just waiting to see how that really works out, you know, having an AMD graphics card in a mobile device. How does it fare? How does it work out? How is it compared to last year? How is it compared to other devices? How is it compared to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 that doesn't have such a graphics card in it? So we know how powerful AMD is when it comes to graphics, so let's just see how it works. I'm not really going to talk much about the ecosystem of the S22 Ultra. It's pretty much basic, just like the S22, S22 Plus, just like any Samsung Galaxy device. I mean, like, there's a lot of bloatware on this device. I mean, a lot of Samsung apps. And that's where you know that Samsung really wants you to use these apps, because I mean, it's a Samsung device. You're not going to expect Apple iPhones apps on the phone. So yeah, obviously you're going to get Samsung apps on it. It's smart things, smart Galaxy wearables app, Samsung Health, Bixby. There's Bixby, but then it feels that sense of home because there's everything accessible to you on the phone, and Samsung wearables app where you can control the watches, the buds, and then there's smart things with Samsung is working with Google to introduce onto Android Auto, where you can seamlessly connect your smartphone to your car. Seamless connection, actually. And finally, the pricing. Samsung is trying to maintain the pricing of last year, so yes, like I said, we have an 8 gig RAM version. The base version still sells at $1,200, but right now this base version starts at 8 gigs of RAM with 256 gigs of storage, unlike last year where we had a 12 gig memory as the base version. This time around it's cut down to 8 gigs of RAM for whatever reason. So this is the S22 Ultra, anything but a Note. So let's stop calling it that. The S22 Ultra is the S22 Ultra. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, stay safe, and keep wearing a mask.